It is new machine day once again. We have FedEx Freight that just showed up. They're gonna have our brand new KBC milling machine on there. So I'm gonna give Joe a call. He's gonna come around with a forklift and give me a hand unloading it.
New machine day.
New machine day. All right, there she is. Looks to be in good shape. I don't see any damage anywhere, so hopefully we'll get her down safe and sound and check it out.
How heavy is this thing?
3,000. It's 3,000 pounds.
I hope it's not too far out.
Yeah, it's they got a wide crate on it. You want to spread your forks out?
Well, I want to keep it under the majority of the. I want to slide them in a little bit.
Okay.
To where I'm actually under the.
Okay. You want them in between these two buys.
Slide this one in a little bit, Amo.
If you need to get it out some. You can rotate that thing? That's cool.
Seems pretty solid, doesn't it?
Yeah. That seemed pretty stable.
Yeah.
You want to get it out and just bring it down? Probably want to tilt back a little bit.
Focus on that.
Yeah.
Just right there, if you would.
Okay.
Thank you much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
You can go down and do a circle around. Yeah. That's good. Got to have the right machine for the job.
See you later.
I appreciate it. I still
We gotta set up.
I still owe you that steak dinner. One of these days, we'll have us a forklift.
Yes, we will. Yes, we
But
will.
thankfully, we got a good friend like Joe that can help us out in the meantime. Well, that was uneventful right there. I'm so glad that worked out. And I wanted to just kind of give it a look around. So they did a great job with the crating here, because these 2x4s, instead of just flimsy, thin cut pieces of wood, actually help prevent other things from shoving against it when these guys are putting this on these trucks and they're trying to stack everything in here. So I think that the crating did real good. You can see right here, you can see something pushed against it right there. So it's got that board cracked, but it did its job. It held it together and blocked anything from going there on it. So I think we have a good machine without any kind of damage from the freight is kind of what I'm getting at there. Very cool. So before I begin uncrating, I wanted to mention what this mill is. Again, it's from KBC Tools and Machinery. This is the KBC brand of milling machine that they sell. The model number is the TUM-40VS. So what this is a 40 taper spindle milling machine, which is what I wanted, 40 taper, and it's obviously a variable speed motor, and it does come equipped with the, this is the Align power feed on the x-axis, and I did opt for the one that has the Newall digital readout installed on there as well. They do offer this in a couple variations. You can get a different DRO if you don't want Newall, but that's what I like. That's what I like using, so we went with the Newall. There is a couple additions that I would like to see about adding to the mill later on as we kind of move forward. Possibly a power drawbar, and then maybe even the power feed on the Y and the Z axis as well. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that before we get going. You know, this year is actually, the past couple of years has been, you know, a little weird for the entire industrial world when it comes to supply and demand. And the need for machines is high right now, and it seems like the supply is very low. So when I was shopping around, this is the size milling machine that I wanted to acquire for the shop right here. And it's the size that I wanted to go with. You know, my little Newall at the shop is your standard Bridgeport size milling machine, 9x48 table, R8 spindle. I wanted to step back into that larger size like we used to have whenever I worked with my dad. And this is the size mill that we had right there. So that's what I wanted. But I talked to the folks at KBC. They had this machine in stock. They've got a lot of machines in stock actually. And there's a lot of suppliers that can't say the same right now. So made a deal with them, and we got this worked out and got it coming. So this is it. Really excited about it. Looking forward to getting this thing out. And I really think that I'm probably going to end up setting it right in this general area underneath the jib crane, so that it's going to be in the area here with the Precision Matthews lathe. And that's why we ran power right there, so that we can hook into that. So saying that, let's go ahead and get this sucker uncrated. Let me just try something here and see how easy these might just knock apart. I'd like to try that blade. I'm just curious how it'll do. It's that blade in the saw is one of those Diablo made for wood with nails, it says. Yeah, it worked. So my efforts here was try to, you know, salvage as much of this lumber as we could. These are good 2x4s that were brand new whenever they were used to crate this thing up. So just like I did with the lathe, I've got a pile over here, and I'll go through and try to get all the nails out that I can and just have some salvaged lumber. I'll stack it up there on the top of the office here, and we'll just have some lumber for any kind of future project that we need. minus the skid on the bottom of the mill. This is everything that I just pulled off there. So I'm actually saving this for my stepdad, Fernando, and my mom. They've been salvaging wood just like this. They've got some projects they've been working on. And so I'm saving all this, and Fernando's gonna take it just like it is. He'll remove all the nails, and they'll be able to salvage this for other projects around the house. A little closer look at it before we unwrap it. We can see the KBC logo on the milling head. I'm assuming all the other parts that come with it may be in the column here. There's a cover plate probably inside there. All right, let's get her unwrapped.
Nice.
All right, I forgot my earplugs. Those things rattle my ears. Earplugs engaged. Take this cover plate off and see if we can find anything inside here. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of stuff in there. I think that's a decimal chart. Right there, KBC Tools decimal chart. Let's see if I can access the rest of this. I might have to, there's another panel on the side there that I might have to open up to get, maybe not. So this is gonna be your drawbar right here. Should be a 5/8, and there goes the washer. 5/8 drawbar. Hey, toolbox. And should be the DRO display right here. I'm gonna be able to get it out. Yeah, that one on the side I think is gonna be a little bit bigger. I can't get the box out of this one here. All right, I'll have to do the other side panel. See if I got any better luck with this access panel here. There we go. That'll be our Newall DRO display. So I have Abby down here. She's going to be my lovely assistant, and her job is what?
I will be operating the crane. So
That is correct.
down and stop.
I was going to say your job is to do some heavy lifting
Heavy lifting
using the button.
using the button.
So Abby's going to control the lift, the hoist for us. I'm going to control the machine because it is going to try to move on me, and try to do this in a very safe way, should I say.
We're going slow. Turtle pace.
Turtle
not
pace,
rapid.
yep. So we'll probably lift it. And by the way, it is at a safe lifting point right there. I actually got on the phone and talked to Dave and Charlie, a couple of guys at KBC Tools, and I asked them, do they lift? So what I was trying to say before I was rudely interrupted by a dead battery there is I was talking to the fellows up there at KBC. They handle these mills every day. And I was curious is, do they put it in this position whenever they go to move it around and then put it on the skid? And they said, yes, it is safe to lift it. Matter of fact, whenever they get these in from the crates, this is how they come in. They pick them up, they set them in the shop, they put them on the crates, they do everything they need. So this is supposed to be a safe lifting position with the eye bolt that's screwed into the top of the turret right there. Another way that you can lift that is having your slings go around each side of the turret. You know, you could put soft straps underneath that, wood, whatever, but I'm gonna use the factory eye because that's supposed to be a designed lift point for the mills. It is gonna lean forward a little bit. It's just natural because you got a little more weight, you know, the way it's gonna offset, but they said that's normal. So that's one reason why I got Abby helping me. She's gonna lift, I'm gonna control the machine. We're gonna get it moved off the skid, lower it down nice and gently, right? Nice and gentle. All right, let's get busy. Okay, I think we're ready to go.
We are.
Go ahead and begin your lift. Nice and easy, slow speed. Yep, okay, yep, see it's there. Okay, that's good, that's good. It's gonna try to roll back. This is why I wanted you to help me right here. So I got it.
Okay.
All right, let's see. I don't want it to keep rolling. Come on.
It's not leaning as much as I thought it might.
Yeah, it's doing pretty good actually, the position that it's at. Can you go around that side and tell me how I am on clearance over there?
Fine, you're just fine. Ooh, I see. Keep going.
All right, let's go ahead and just slowly set it down, and let's get this pallet out of our way. Yep. Yep. Lower, lower. Go down. There you go. All right, good to go. Just leave it right there. Kind of get an idea. I think it's gonna work out pretty good in that spot there.
It's a pretty machine. Help you with this?
Oh, you want to pick it up? Let's come this way with it. Yeah, right there. We'll let Nando take that if he wants it too. All right. Well, that worked out pretty good.
Yeah.
See, heavy lifting can be easy, can't it?
The crane is extremely helpful.
You just got to have the right kind of muscles. Sometime involving a chain hoist.
Or a bell muscle.
So one of the things I forgot to do was sweep the floor there. So Abby's gonna pick it up and blow it with the blower there. So go ahead and lift it just till it just comes up off the ground. There you go, that's good. It's surprising what the jib will do when you have almost a limit. This is 3,500 pounds, you know, and the lift's good for 4,000. It tries to move a little bit on you.
Did I get it?
No, do it again. I still see some stuff over here. Put that thing in high speed. There you go. All right.
I think I nailed it.
Yep, I'm just gonna move this a little bit more. And I wanna come over here a little bit closer. It's trying to get it roll up the beam.
Okay, I'm staying. Okay, that's good.
Pretty good?
Yeah.
All right.
What am I doing?
I'm just trying to get it in position. So go ahead and lower it right there and just keep it going until it's all the way down. Keep going, keep going. There we go, that's it. Oh, I need to move it. That's too close to the column right there.
Okay. So up.
Yep.
I wasn't sure I thought you were putting it over there. You're putting it right here?
Yeah, it's going here. I'm just trying to position it away from this, you know, good enough. So, so I need to come forward with it. I actually moved that way too far.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Okay. Stop rolling.
Good.
Okay. Go ahead and lower it down. That's better right there.
That makes a good turn.
Yeah. Now, this is probably going to be tweaked a little bit, but this is about where I envision it having, kind of having this little square section with the manual machines right here with the mill and the lathe right there. We got a toolbox in the middle. So, and plus underneath the crane so that we can use it to put work pieces on there when we want. So I think it's going to stay there for right now.
Okay.
And we're going to call it
Done.
Okay. Thank you. We got about in position. I'm going to keep it for now. It may have to move a little bit, but we'll worry about that down the road. So I'm going to go ahead and start getting it set up, getting the handles put on it. We're going to get this head rotated. So we'll go ahead and drop the knee. Loosen the lock clamps there. We'll go ahead and start rotating this head. These are the 4 bolts here that you loosen up using a 21 millimeter socket. Got them tight. All right, and the worm is right here. Actually, let's go the other way so I don't go up underneath there with the screw here. It always works better when you can get put a little pressure on the head. 0, according to the chart. Obviously, we're going to have to tram that in. Snug them up for now. There we go. I got a little bit of mineral spirits in this bucket right here. I'm going to go ahead and start wiping all of the rust inhibitor off the ways right there. This will cut it real easy and just allow it to wipe right off. I see some hand flaking up in here on both surfaces actually. That's to help retain oil on these surfaces whenever it's put in position. It's in a static position there. Just go ahead and brush it on here with a brush and kind of let it get wetted in. It'll break that rust inhibitor apart and help it wipe off. There's also quite a bit of it down inside these T-slots. So easy way to get down in there to get it broken up down in there as well. And we'll just push some rags through there to kind of wipe all that out. I do need to fill the one-shot oiler with some whey oil. I've got some at the other shop that I'll be bringing down tomorrow to go ahead and get that guy filled. But I wanted to go ahead and see how this feels. Everything seems nice. We'll move the turret back to where it needs to be. Loosen those two. And then this guy right there. I don't know where it needs to sit right now, but we're just going to kind of eyeball it about in the middle of the Y axis, probably right about there. Just leave it there for now. Adjust that as we need once we start setting the mill up for work. Got the little handle for this over there in the toolbox. Go ahead and get our Newall display mounted up here. I grabbed a wrench, but probably should have grabbed a socket instead. Let me get a socket. For our X and Y axis here, and I actually haven't traced them yet to know which one goes where, but we will do that once we plug it in. Now I'm going to ask my electrician to actually put me some kind of box back here on the back of the mill that will have 120 volt receptacle in there for both the DRO and the power feed there. That was one thing that I didn't think about before, but it shouldn't be a problem. So we're just going to go ahead and I'm going to plug it into an extension cord, power in, and see if it comes on. All right, there it is. I don't know if you can see it. It looks a little dark on the screen, but yeah, there we go. And I actually got it the way I want it the first time. So the top would be X, and then the one here will be Y. So they do have this set up as a 3-axis system, so you could put a third digital readout on the knee if you wanted to, and then have be able to read the knee up and down. Just giving a check on the accuracy there of the scales. So I'm gonna move it 10 thousandths there and about. 10 thousandths. Oh, that was backlash included right there. So let's just zero that. Let's go 10 there and about. Yeah, I was off a little bit on the graduation. So it looks like we got a good DRO. Let's give our power feed a check. Align is the brand here. All right, seems to work good. Well, we pretty well got her ready to go. From here, it's just kind of waiting on my electrician whenever he can get over here and get the thing wired up for me. What I would like to do is have the electrician put a box back here that's got the 120 receptacle so we can plug in both our DRO, power feed. I'll see if maybe we can put a 4-gang box on there so I have some extra power back here is what I was trying to say. I still need to do a little bit more cleanup. I haven't cleaned the paint or anything. It's still got grease on it from shipping and everything. And I do want to give it a nice coat down with my SP350. Try to prevent this from any kind of flash rusting for as long as I can. I really want to try to keep the new machines here looking fresh and looking new for as long as I can. A couple other things I was going to mention. The way guard on the back right there. That must have been installed at 3 o'clock on a Friday afternoon because you can tell it's not very straight. So I'm going to redo this. I'm just going to pull those bolts, drill and tap a couple more holes there on my own, and get this nice and square. The other thing I was going to mention is I didn't think about the feet for it to sit on. So I'm actually going to get with Dave up there at KBC and talk to him about some of the machine pads that I can get from them to actually set this machine on. Those are 3/4 inch holes and it's 6 inches thick. So I'd like to get some of those machinery pads. It's got like the rubber feet there on the bottom to kind of isolate it from vibrations. And then you can also use those to level it up. So I am planning on putting some feet on it and getting it level like it's supposed to be. And that'll be about it from there. Once we get it powered up, we'll go through, make sure we get it trimmed. I did order a couple of new tools for it that's coming. We've got a new vise. I got a brand new vise for it coming. We've got a ER40 collet chuck and some collets coming for it, as well as some end mill holders for it as well, all 40 taper. So I don't know if I had mentioned the motor. This is a 5 horsepower motor. So 5 horse, 40 taper spindle, 10 by 50 table, and I think that's about it right there. So real excited about this, having the brand new mill in here in the shop. We've got some nice equipment. We've got a new mill. We've got the new lathe there. Still got the pacemaker over there that I'm doing some work on. We're going to be getting back to that very soon, getting that guy ready to go. So that's going to be about it for this segment of the video. I'll bring you guys back once we get back on the KBC mill and get it set on the feet, get it level, get it powered up, start tramming it in, and do some test cuts on it to see how it's going to perform. All right, we'll see you guys later.